My name is Hիրոկի Տաչիիրիին. I'm from Japan and I've been doing different projects. So basically, let's say I'm an entrepreneur. I was born in Japan, but then I studied in Australia as well. So my educational background was international development and also international relations. And I finished my bachelor degree in Sydney University and also my master in Australian National University. Students were required to choose one developing country, go there and then do some projects. I picked up Russia and then I brought Russia to my professor and she said, no, Russia is not a developing country anymore. And then I was asked to choose another developing countries, and I heard Armenian, grows are very beautiful, and then got interested in Armenia. And then later, I sent different emails to different organizations in Armenia. One Armenian NGO replies to me and says that please meet this Armenian guy in Sydney. He was very nice to me and he took me to different Armenian communities in Australia. Everybody there was very nice to me and that actually made me decide to come to Armenia in 2009. My Armenian friend now is my best friend actually. I started the organization called Leadership School Foundation and I stayed in Armenia for 4 months in 2009. This is how my story with Armenia actually started. Before that, I didn't have any information about Armenia. I wanted to have, some information from local people through, internet search. I found the information about my wife because my wife was affiliated with Japan, and then at that time she was in Japan. I sent her a message, emails. I'm going to go to Armenia. Please help me to find placement and blah, blah, blah. I also need some kind of information. Then we exchanged it, emails 4 times. After these 4 months, I went back to Japan and then I called her. Okay, so let's meet up. So this is how I met her. After I finished my placement in 2009, I went back to Australia and then also Japan. Started working in Japan for some IT companies and then later startups. My motivation was, social development. At that time already I had some kind of foundations here because of this leadership school. I have already made so many different networks in Armenia and then that always, made me feel like coming back to Armenia. We were able to sell, our startups. And I had also my own startups and which I sold. So I became financially free. Then I said to my wife, she didn't want to come back, but then anyway, I said to her, let's go back to Armenia. So this is how I ended up moving to Armenia in 2017. じゃあバイバイ言ってほら、また今度って。はい、行こう。ねえ、お前ずっとカメラ目線じゃん。はい。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9、10。はい、1、2、3。My kid goes to Armenian-speaking kindergarten, local one. But at home, I am speaking to him in Japanese, and then my wife using both Japanese and Armenian. Basically, he understands 3 languages. And now he speaks Japanese and also Armenian. I have a meeting with my partner for AI project. Our AI project is called Kaita. What we are doing is that we are, trying to replace the human resources with AI. So the quality-wise, it's going to be much better, and also time-wise it's going to be much quicker. Eventually what we want is to create our own AI product. Our services can be more accessible to everybody in this country. And tomorrow we're going to announce that we're going to officially start accepting the clients, right? Alright. Let's have a meeting there.
Hiro-ki-chan, the movie premiere of Nazik, the 12th of October. I'm taking you.
Wait, 12th, right?
12.
What time? Because I have to be in the restaurant actually on that day.
You can't come because the Prime Minister will be there and the big event.
Let me talk to my team if they can cover.
Okay, because it's a big event, the movie, very important people will be.
I'm not going to wear suits. Is that okay? Like jacket. Jacket is fine.
Wear whatever. Like, you are Hiroki. You know how to get
The name of my partner is Mariam. One product we created is dubbing. What we make right now with this dubbing service is that, for example, in Armenia, there are so many nice, good movies, but in Armenian. So to make English version, at this moment, these professionals making translations and interpretations have to spend lots of time and writing scripts and then translating from Armenian to English, and then again making the narrations or voice recording, everything, right?
There is two options in dubbing. It's a real voice recording, which is very expensive. But even that voice, real human resources dubbing doesn't give the result that I do. It's a little bit shocking for the companies. For example, in CivilNet there is a program in English. It needs to be Armenian dubbing. But they record at the studio and 100 times editing. But when I told that I can do this and this much and this correction, they were in shock. Even by price.
But then by using our dubbing service, we can easily make, very nice English version. Just spending 1 minute, for example. Just spending 1 hour, for example, depending on the length of the movie. And also, we can make Armenian movie into Russian, into Spanish, any languages. And the translation is perfect. The voice is very natural because they are cloned. The voices are cloned already. This is just one of the services that we have. We have multiple services, but why we are very excited about this dubbing service was because nobody in the other countries, no other companies have the same services, same product. This is only one in Armenia, especially about Armenian voices, Armenian translations.
This movie was famous and even
So what did you do for this? What did you?
We translated it on a way that all the layers of the humor, coloring, and idiomas are kept. We didn't touch background.
So basically, this guy is speaking English, right?
Yeah, but it's cloning 100%.
Vazgen never confines himself to his own narrow interests. Whatever controversial issue arises in our city, the final say belongs to him. Because that man's wisdom and righteousness are directly proportional to the respect he receives.
At first glance, she has no reason to be unhappy with her fate, but only at first glance. Prolonged Suren's bachelor life embitters this cake and shatters this immortal melody.
It is Sako. Sakona. Hello, Sako-chan. How are you? Come closer.
Sako-chan.
Takuhi-chan. He is my friend. Takuhi-chan. It's Sako, my friend. Goodbye, dear Sako. We are going home. Goodbye, dear brother.
Scary friend.
You are scary. He is such a...
It's like a very humorous movie about Armenian man.
Yeah.
He went to the wrong room to ask for...
I see.
Sorry, dear Søren, I am a bit late. it's a Soviet scientist who comes with a lot of daughter, but in reality, Suren has to go the front door to ask Karina's hands. So,
Cheers to your thank you.
It's a big masterpiece to the world.
But he knows life well.
Mariam is an expert in AI sector. It's probably just one person, only one in Armenia. So she organized AI classes, and we announced that we're gonna accept some applications if you are motivated to learn AI. Then these people came. More people actually came. We gradually understood, okay, this person is the right person to invite to our team. Maybe this person, maybe not. So this is how we selected.
How about going to the market with the boom low price, then getting up the price?
This is another way. That's okay.
Because you grab the market, you don't compete with human being. Everybody will risk to try. If they are satisfied, their expectation will be high, and they will talk about this.
Right now we are sitting in the restaurant, my restaurant called Tokyo. So this is very authentic Japanese restaurant in Armenia. As a co-founder of this restaurant, we established this place in 2022. I'm not actually a cook. Maybe I can say, I'm very professional in sushi, but when we opened this place, I wasn't really professional. At that time, luckily, we met the Japanese guy who knows how to cook, and he was very motivated. And then I brought this idea to my current partner, and then he said, okay, let's do it. So this is how we started. I'm going to just show you on how to make the real Japanese sushi called edomae sushi. So basically, what you see in some Western countries and even in Armenia, that is sushi, but then, it's very different from the authentic Japanese sushi. In Armenia, everybody is using glove, but in the real Japanese environment, we don't use glove, but then we use tezu. Tezu is, hand vinegar. Basically, we have different parts of salmon, and then this is called shitami. So I have to cut like this way, not this way. But anyway, so let me cut. Asian cuisine and Japanese cuisine are very different. Okay, so Japanese cuisine have very unique basics that you have to understand. I say our place is very Japanese because, for example, we have only what you can find in Japan. And we are applying very Japanese techniques to make sushi, for example, and also to make a sauce. And for example, for Japanese cuisine, sauce is very important. And for Japanese sushi, we always have to have this koba. And koba is very important because when we make a nigiri and I'm putting soy sauce on it, so this koba is going to be like kind of, let's say, the part that is going to stop soy sauce to drop. So we have to always have this koba. This knife is called yanagiba bojo. So yanagiba is basically for making slice of fish. I brought this one from Japan. This one is very unique because it looks like a katana. So you can really find this type of yanagiba bojo even in Japan. We have the local stuff and then also Japanese. Regarding the locals, we are trying to select the right people. And because Japanese cuisine is very unique, and in other places, I don't believe they can actually learn about the real Japanese cuisine, the real Japanese concept. In Japan, as the real edomae sushi, nigiri is more common. So I'm going to show you nigiri first. In Japan now, we are not using lots of rice. So let's say 15 grams of rice. So 15 grams is like this. And then First, making not round, but in a long round ball, and then putting like this. So this is nigiri. This is nigiri. Our place is using 17 or 18 grams of rice because Armenian people love getting full. But in Japan, the trend is much smaller size of rice for sushi. It's always difficult, for us to teach them the right way of making Japanese cuisine. It's quite often very tough at first, but then gradually, as long as they are motivated, they are flexible, they start getting used to Japanese cuisine. I usually communicate with our staff in Armenia, in English or Armenian. My Armenian is very limited. I studied Armenian language in 11 Hերթական համալսարանում, սովորել հայերեն քեզ տարի։ Ուրեմն ես ուրեմն հիմնական հայերեն, բայց պետք է հիշել ավելի շատ բառ, բայց հիմա ես մի քիչ կարող եմ խոսել ու հասկանալ։ Ուրեմն եթե մեր staff-ը չի խոսում անգլերեն, ես պետք է օգտագործել հայերեն խոսելու համար, հասկանալու համար։ Generally speaking, I love Armenian food because between Japanese cuisine and Armenian cuisine, there is common thing. That is, we try to keep the natural taste of the ingredients. For example, by looking at Georgian cuisine, they put lots of spices. So basically, the taste of the cuisine, the Georgian dishes, is just a spice. So Armenians are very good by adding the right amount of spices, but keeping the natural taste of the ingredients. And now I'm going to cut ishkan. For ishkan, the basic is 8 centimeters, and this is a little bit too wide, so I'm going to cut it. We are purchasing ishkans from the very safe places, fish farms. And this is, by the way, uami. Because this is uami, I'm going to cut like this. So this is ishkan sushi. And I think for ishkan, eating with wasabi is really nice. So we are putting wasabi like this. And because ishkan doesn't really contain lots of fat, so in my opinion, a little bit wasabi is enough. I would say our place is very unique. At the same time, we have Japanese cook, and we are actually planning to have 2 more Japanese people to join us within this year. We would ask you to sign a contract between me and you first, and then maybe from the next month or 2 months later, ask you to sign a contract between you and our company. Is that okay? Okay. To make them very comfortable and then also be able to enjoy their time in Armenia, I'm preparing some accommodations for them, so they can just concentrate on work and also enjoy their time in Armenia, making friends without any concerns, any troubles. For me, to live in Armenia is very interesting, and then at the same time, giving me more opportunities actually, because I would say I'm very unique because I'm very, one of the few Japanese people living in Armenia. And then because I've been doing different projects, people know me, and then because of that, I've got sometimes very interesting opportunities. This is something I can't do right in Japan, because I'm just one of the millions, like 100 millions. But in Armenia, I am just one of the few, right? I've been to many different places in Armenia, not because of my family or something, but then because of the leadership school activities, and also after the war of Arsak in 2020, we raised money and then also smartphones. So we distributed like 1,000 smartphones to Arsak kids. Armenia is quite safe, honestly. So even compared to Tokyo, Armenia is very safe. And I'm very happy that, for example, my wife can work at night, and when I walk on the street with my kid, I don't feel any dangerous at all. This is great. Armenia should, advertise its safety more rather than just Christianity or church. In my opinion, Armenia should advertise more about food, safety, many other things, not only church. I can say Armenia is my maybe second or third home. I have my apartments here, I have my lands here, I have my friends here, I have so many things. So, and then also I have, something that is meaningful for my life. So yeah, Armenia is one of my homes.